What? Hopefully that did not just make that. We might be live streaming right now. Hi. No, yeah, we are. We will end that. Hi, everybody.
That's why we pay him the big bucks, folks.
Go Cats.
Go Cats. This is just a test round. We'll be back in a minute. How's the stream look, though? We're testing. Good. You figured it out with XSplit.
Oh, yeah. It's don't have the mic plugged in, but it will work.
Hang on. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Come back in 5. Should we just go now?
Let me see.
That.
Is there a
Hey.
scene 2? There you go. Mute it.
Show it.
Yeah. I think
Pause it.
we're muted. Hello? Hello? No.
Coming right back, folks.
Hi, everybody.
Gotta get some drink.
Dustin will be right back here shortly. We are getting set up. Hope you all are ready for this. Hi. Go Cats. Game tonight. How's everybody doing?
Got some big news.
If you can hear Dustin in the background, he's has some big news. Oh yeah, echoing. I'll mute my other. Sorry.
Tell them who you are.
Good
dude.
call.
You're the man making it all pretty.
I'm Andrew. If you don't know who I am, this is I'm now the media manager of Dustin's Fish Tanks.
Daily videos.
We've been doing daily videos. Yeah, we're on. Today is I think 81.
Yeah, dude.
81. So it's been fun.
Dude, it's been a grind, man.
It has.
Are we good?
It's been good. Yeah, you're good to go.
All right, cool.
Oh, here's Dustin for everybody.
Yeah. Cool. So I got the screen. Hey, everybody. What's up? How y'all doing? Everybody good? This is the Hanging Out with Dusty Q&A. I want to talk today, though, about I don't know if it says what not to do is the title. This is what not to do on how to test a live stream and just make your boss come on as fast as it can.
It says Aquarium brief.
All right, cool. So I have some fun things to share with you all. You got that? Oh, sweet. Yeah, thanks, dude. First things first, I want to bring you guys up to speed on some cool stuff that's going on in the life of Dustin. So if everybody could share this slow start. Another great start. Good thing you have a media manager. Yeah, Bob Merrill, always the ball buster you are there, my friend. That's why Andrew's the man. So cool. We doing good? Everybody doing good? Can I get a like and a share and all that, stuff that I need for my emotional well-being? I had a great time out in Denver. You guys are about to see some videos. I actually took a video of me touching people, so I just went and touched them. And I was like, oh my God, real people. And I reached out and grabbed them. And it freaked a few people out, but a lot of people liked it, so it was cool. I had a good time. Oh, so there's so much to discuss today. The goal of today's video is to bring you all up to speed anticlimactically on something that happened to me that's actually really cool. But I want to start by talking about the crying. As many of you know, Dusty had the greenhouse saga where I had the lady come and her and her 11 cronies killed my little dream 180 foot by 36 foot greenhouse. And, those people can all get bent. I probably did myself a favor by not getting that. As was mentioned on the video that came out right after that. Andrew, can you grab my green folder that's in that backpack for me? As was mentioned in the video that came out after the Crying Dustin video, I had thanks, dude. Big news in here. I had a neighbor that was on the Board of Adjustments who came up to me. I'm gonna close the door here. He came up to me and he said, he goes, dude. He goes, you don't know how big of a bullet you dodged with not getting that greenhouse. Not you dodged a bullet. You don't know how big of a bullet you dodged. And this was the guy that I know that lives up the street that's on the Board of Adjustment. So that was a crazy day. That was a sad day when that they voted in that 3-3 tie. We didn't make it, dude. We talked about it in the video, but Andrew and I, we did not add the fact that on that day, while I got kicked in the teeth and didn't get that deal, Andrew also lost his wallet that day. That same day, dude. Andrew had no
deal with that for so long. It was terrible.
It was just like a total swift kick. So I have to share the pain in the story as I act like I'm standing, but I'm really kind of sitting. And I want to share that because I thought that was just miserable on all fronts. That was miserable, right? So fast forward to that, we have an offer in on a new property. No more tears, Dusty. Yes, no more tears. And we have a new property. That property is now under contract. It's a heck of a lot more money than the old property. But as my man Donald Trump says, location, location, location. You never lose money on a bad location. And this is a better location with real estate. So I am super stoked because the location is in Nicholasville. Those of you not near what's it called? Not near Kentucky or whatever. Nicholasville is the city south of Lexington. And they're basically like, yo, come here and do this. So one of the things that I have to do, because it's a greenhouse, is I have to go through the rigmarole of like, hey, is this a real, I have to go through, well, I'm going to try to look up this email. while I do this, but you have to go through the process of, hey, what's going on with this property? Like, what are you trying to do? And it will, hold on, I'm going to pull this up here. I want to give you guys this wonderful news here. You have to go through the process of, hey, what are you going to do with this greenhouse? You have to get conditional use. And you have to go through a pretty lengthy process where you're like, hey, I'm going to do this, and you present, and you let them know what you got going on. Hey, do me a favor. Did you type in Nicholasville here? Actually, I can do it. Hang on, I'm going to show you guys. Lasville.
What do you need?
It's an email. I want to explain how this is going down here. Here we go. Okay, so you go through the I'm rambling, but please stick with me. This is whatever. You're here. It's fun. Yeah, so you have to go through a process. You have to say, hey, I got a conditional use, and what are you going to do, and how's it going to go? And you basically have to present to the city what you're going to do. You guys saw the videos, whatever. So I had to do that again another time. Okay, so I go there, and before I even went there, I said to them, I was like, look, in the words of Nasty Nas, time is money when it comes to mine, taken in blood. It's a good quote. And I said to him, look, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. What do I need to do to get this greenhouse? Is there some sort of process? Will you guys even hear me out on this? And they were like, yeah, this sounds good, blah, blah, blah. So I said, all right, cool. And so I presented what I had. So I went into this. This is a preliminary meeting. This is not even a real meeting. And I said to him, I said, yo, here's what I'm looking to do. I said, here's the property. So I said, here's the property. And here is a section of that property. So the property, so you all are so excited about this, is actually right here in this corner next to this massive water tower. There's Dusty's land. There's water tower. Got it? Water tower, Dustin. Dusty like water. You like water. We like it together. So I said, listen, I want to put this property right here on this greenhouse. So that's what I said. I was like, I'm going to put this right here on this location. And the property greenhouse is going to look like, hand me that, actually I got it. You got a photo over there? Grab that photo off the wall. You got to pull that one off the wall. And I said to him, I said, this is what I want to do. And I showed him, I was like, this is the greenhouse. And they were like, okay. And they went back and forth, and they were like, well, yeah, we'll grant you conditional use. But they didn't really give me anything concrete, but they said, yeah, we'll hear you out in a conditional use hearing. So the other day, I get ready to go to the actual meeting. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go to the actual meeting, and I will get to fish tank stuff, I promise. I get to go to the meeting, and I grab the phone, and I call my girl Melissa up, and I'm like, hey, Melissa, I'm here to talk to you about this conditional use meeting I'm having. And she goes, oh, they didn't call you? And I said, no, they didn't call me. What's up? And she goes, oh, yeah, we talked about that. You don't even need a conditional use. So all that BS you saw me go through with Fayette County and wearing the suit and doing the dog and pony show and presenting and sending letters to all that, I don't need anything of that. And so I don't need any of that. And I was like, well, that sounds all fine and well, and I'm super stoked and I'm pumped and I like it. So I was really jacked about it. But I was like, after the BS that I went through last time, I need that in writing. And guess what I got in writing the other day? Right here. It says, dun, 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 dun. Here it is. You ready? This is really dry, but it's really good. Dear Mr. Wunderlich, several weeks ago, you contacted our office regarding your proposed business location on a half-acre subdivision in Louisa Drive, which is zoned B1. Business districts means y'all are allowed to come there, okay? B1 would be permitted on you proposed business location on a half-acre subdivision in Louisa Drive, zone B1, Highway Business District, would be permitted and were apparently told it would require a conditional use permit by the Board of Adjustment. So that's what I was told. Hey, I got to go get this. I got to get an approval. In this nonchalant factor, he goes, this use would not require a conditional use permit after consulting with our legal counsel, whom concurred with myself. You would be allowed to do your retail business along with the greenhouse to be permitted with the approval of a final development plan by Nicholasville Planning Commission. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Mr. Dean Annis. Dean Annis is a bad mofo, let me tell you, all right? So in this casual, nonchalant, no stress, no drama, no pitting out, dusting, no suit and tie wrap cleaner than a bar soap, they basically said, come join us. Isn't that fun? Does that make you feel good? Does everybody understand the severity of all that? So like instead of this like gross deal that gets pooed on and extruded out and is terrible, I had like an amazing, like better property where people want me next to a water tower where people are allowed to come. It's slightly more money. That's going to cost me a lot more money, and it's just a better situation. So I am extremely jacked, but like I was hoping for like some sort of like a dramatic, like you're in, dude, and I got an email with an attachment signed on Nicholasville letterhead that basically says I'm good to go, and I wasn't going to do it. And my contract is structured as such where I'm not allowed to close unless I am permitted to do my business like that. And I did get that approval in writing. So all that stuff that other seller has in that other greenhouse, that greenhouse number 1, that's all like down water under the bridge, if you will, because I'm totally hooked up. It's totally good. It's in writing. So I'm going to look at the comments and hope that you guys understand what I'm saying because it kind of came out a little clumsy, but it's really kind of dry. Andrew, how's the stream going? So does everybody get that? Looking at yourself in the chat. I'm trying to look. So that's awesome. Does everybody understand that? Yeah, cool. Cool. I hope everybody gets just kind of how cool that is. So yeah, I'm super stoked about it. I'm glad you guys get it and are understanding what it is. I got it in writing. Get that email signed though. That's actually really good advice. I got it in paper, but yeah. So my stuff is good. Yep, they can't stop it. You want to stop the shining, you can't stop it. So with that said, let's go high level. People in life don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. This is what I want. Dropped frame detected. Your screen quality may be affected. This is what I want. This is an atrium style greenhouse by Rao Brothers. Now I am not committed to Rao Brothers. They have given me, I've printed this photo. I like this photo. You'll notice this has atrium style roof. This is a roof vent right here. I can't do it in the thing here. This is a roof vent that I want. This opens 8 feet to the roof right there. So like it opens like a volcano, like pow to the sky. And then the sun will shine down on Dustin and Josh and Andrew. All of us. Although Andrew likes the dark. He's the editor. He's like the behind the scenes. But we'll all be in the sun, hanging out in the full sun. And I'm super jacked about it. So now it becomes a question of, with you all, as your feedback is needed, how would you all roll with that greenhouse? I'm thinking about having an area where I can have people come and do like a meeting, so like a nice open space. I'm thinking about doing 4-foot wide walkways, or one nice big 4-foot wide walkway all the way down the middle, so Josh and I don't trip over each other. Concrete. I actually had a guy named Javier B, hit me up and was like, "Look, man. Like, I do engineering for a living," and he literally engineered some drawings for me. This isn't the drawing he engineered, but somewhat similar. And he was like, "Yo, here's what we can do." This is not his drawing. I didn't have a chance to print it, but basically phase 1 would be right here. This with the concrete pad, it's 100 feet. That's actually 75 in this diagram. 75 feet, and then back here's 150 feet. So phase 1, phase 2. Is it?
Yeah.
That sucks. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking with the phase, but I want your guys' opinion on what you think about this wonderful. And then I also want to know if anybody has any greenhouse manufacturers that they work with, know of, heard of, whatever, and see if we can get with somebody on that. Yeah, what's up? We losing health? Health is yellow. That's not good. Everybody holding up all right there in the chat? Show it again. Okay. Need a new tech guy already. No, we're trying it at the 1080p or whatever, so that's the problem. I can't reduce the latency while I'm doing it. This is the greenhouse that I want to get. So that's the style. For those of you who missed it, it says it's healthy now. So that's the style I'm going for with the arch roofs. Everybody get that? Hit replay. Replay won't show lags. Cool. Open to the public, American disabilities, and not fire. If open to public, oh yeah, I got to deal with all that whole stuff too. Used wired connection. Yeah, you know. So that's what I'm looking at right there. That's what I'm working with. And then I wanted to get your guys' feedback on what you would do in the open area. I got got a 350 gallon aquarium from our friends at Custom Aquarium I still haven't used. That I'm really, really jacked to do a giant, massive cichlid tank with plants coming out the top, which I think will be good. So, cool. You guys pumped about that? Everybody digging that? Would you come and visit? Where are you all from, and how old are you? Can you guys type that in the comments for me? If everybody could do that, that'd help me out. I can see what's going on. Ladies. All right, what we got? Yeah, so this, by the way, is the double greenhouse. So this would actually just be phase one, would be this. So this is all post. Like this is the, I mean, look, these are expensive as hell. This is like, I don't know, this is like 50 grand not installed. So it'd only be the first phase, and I wouldn't do the green. I'd do white all the way around there. But Massachusetts, what's going on, everybody? Akron, what's up? Browns fans, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Cool, you doing good? Good. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out. It's nice of you to be here. We're glad to have you. So, Andrew, we didn't talk about this, but I wanted to do a call-in show. I wanted to figure that out.
That's still on the docket for some point.
No, well, we'll get that going. All right, so with my little greenhouse rant done, I'm giving away 10 free plants on this stream live. If you're watching the replay later, you're not going to get this. For whoever asks the best question, and I would prefer it to be fish tank related, but whoever asks the best question, Andrew, you got to be in charge of who they are, get their address and all that stuff. But whoever asks the best question on this wonderful Q&A is getting 10 free plants sent to them from yours truly. So I need some good questions. So let's start the Q&A process, shall we? I'm actually going to sit down low like this, get real close to the camera to kind of scare you all. So let's go down here like this, and let's get close. Let the man get loose. You can go like that. Andrew, you're on the screen too, buddy. But all right, so you can see what we got. So what do we got going on with you all? Who's got the best question? Who's got the best question for you all? For me. All right. Let's see here. I'm looking at all your ages and all your beautiful faces. Men, women who are here. Nice. All right, so who's got the best question? Have you considered positioning the greenhouse to maintain maximum sunlight for different plants requiring different amount of lights? Okay, that's a good question. I'm going to answer that question. I got to remember where I'm at here. Okay, so really with the greenhouse, the thing is this. You got to just figure, you want to get, just like with your aquariums, you want to get as much light as possible. So the greenhouse, my goal is to get as absolute much light as possible and not worry about reduction in light. So like I'm going to build it north-south so the east goes like that in the morning because plants love morning sun. They wake up and they're hungry for light. You give them the morning sun. So the answer is no, I don't care about individual things with like individual species because I can always reduce light for it. So I like where your head's at, but what you do is you just work within the environment on that. So I'm going to get to the super chat in a second. Thank you for the super chat, Eric. But basically I'm going to have it so it's north-south, and then the sun will run like this over it, and it's going to have the full atrium roof. So at some points during the day I'm getting full actual non-disturbed sunlight, and I'm jacked. Let's read the super chat here. Best advice, make sure you have enough space to actually work in the greenhouse. Allow for counter table space. Lots of greenhouses with tanks have too much tanks, not enough space to work. Eric, I should be paying you for that advice. Josh and I work, you should see how we work in that greenhouse. If you're not following me on Instagram, link on my Instagram, will you? If you're not following me on Instagram, I've been live on Instagram every night this week with Josh, late night doing water changes on all the import we got in, which is costing me an arm and a leg, but it's worth doing because Josh has it dialed in. That is great advice, though, because we're going to have actually working tables, and I'm actually looking to get the greenhouse, by the way. No one's talking about size. I'm going to do 36 feet by 60, maybe even 75, depending upon how the budget looks with all the other stuff. Because keep in mind, folks, I got to buy concrete, I got to buy a parking lot, I got to buy a bathroom, I got to buy a building, and all those things are actually appraisable versus a greenhouse. The bankers are like, well, we'll give you a little bit of appraisal, but not. So, Eric, love that. Great question, or great comment, I should say, and thank you for the $10 for sure. Let's see here. Will you start selling hardscape materials when you get the new greenhouse? I'm going to go back up to a lot of these questions and then come back down. The answer is yes. I already sell Dragonstone. I try not to promote my stuff too much on my channel because I'm kind of in your face as it is. But yeah, I sell Dragonstone and all that stuff on my website today. But I mean, as far as like different rocks, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, another good question here. What plants can I put in a freshwater sump bog filter that don't require, I'm assuming this is, that don't require that, hold on, that will keep things clean and not require much light or fertilization? Well, I mean, so what's your definition of clean, right? I mean, hornwort would be a great one, but it's kind of a messier plant. So I don't know if hornwort's going to be the exact answer you're looking for, but that's going to be the cleanest as far as like nitrate absorbing. Although wisteria would be a good one. Java moss is out. Java moss will get everywhere. I wouldn't want to mess with that. Aline, what's up, dude? Is that you? Did I talk to you the other day? Let's see here. When upgrading lighting from LEDs to T5HOs, how much can you change in lighting effect, fish normal behavior? I mean, it just depends, man. Are you gonna run them all day long? Uh-oh. Andrew, I need you to plug me in. Can you grab the power cord for this laptop? Yes. Sooner than later, because it's gonna go. It just depends on how long you run them, Spectra and all that. But the short answer is yes. And here they're saying the link doesn't work. Here, throw that up here now. Plug that in. Thanks, dude. I'm good. So yeah, good question. Restaurant server carts make great movable tables for packaging. Yeah, you know, I'm actually looking at what I've always liked the look of is I've always liked the look of the metal that you use for like kitchens, like this industrial stained steel look. So let's see here. Restaurant server carts. Yeah, that's a great idea though. What else we got here, folks? Should I see an Instagram just to see Dustin? Should I? Andrew will link up the Instagram thing. Will you be selling saltwater plants? No. Go to my boys at Worldwide Corals. They're my dudes with all the salt. The guys just those are my people. I'm kind of getting lost in the chats here. Will you make your current greenhouse personal space? Very good question. How do you? Alright, will I make my personal space? Yeah, so there's a lot of plants that, this is the part of the rub, right? So the question is, will I make my small greenhouse my personal space? Yes. But I'm going to go through a lot of pain and agony kind of gutting it first, so I'm really going to clear the canvas on that to make it entirely clear of everything. Like I do not want anything in there. Like I'm literally going to start over, probably clean all the panels, and really what my goal is to get Josh and crew set up in the other greenhouse first. I'm going to probably gut the inline water heater and give that to the new greenhouse and really get all the tanks over there and really just get that get that going. And then when I have time and space and everything, I mean, look, you know how stressful that's going to be building an entirely new greenhouse. Like I'm set to close, by the way, April 16th, something like that. We'll see. Come on, Todd, if you're watching this, let's go. Let's close this deal. But yeah, so that's the first goal. Let's get that greenhouse set up, and then from there we'll go and we'll move into Dusty's old greenhouse, and we'll let my yard grow back, and we'll get the garage cleaned out. There's a lot to do. I'm actually going to have a party too to work to help get that done. Okay, how do you convince your parents to let you have more tanks? That's a great question. The answer to that is simple. You have to tell them that you're being engaged. You have to show them that you're being engaged and that you're learning stuff. And then you have to clean up your mess. You messy kids, you. My daughter Maya is the sweetest thing, but she is the messiest kid. Clean up your mess. Don't make a mess. You know what my mom did? God, I remember the day I had like black and pink gravel all over the bathtub that she just cleaned. She wanted to shoot me. She would have shot me. If she had a gun, she would have shot me. All right. I have thriving low-tech tank. My narrow leaf chain. Oh, why did it go away? I'm having trouble scrolling up here. Video. Oh man, this is so hard to get the chats here.
I'm losing. I'm scamming, but it's scanning, but it's not working. How do you acclimate new stem plants? Mining melting in the base so they're completely gone. Drew Overly, what's up, dude? Appreciate your biz in the past. You get more light on the sides, man. If you're losing leaves on the base, they're not getting enough light all the way down. Yeah, that's my what's considered high light. Depends on how big a tank and how much light on it. Have you thought about using IBC totes, huge white ones to store? Yeah, actually I did, and I've seen those, and they are good. And there's actually a dude in Tennessee who's selling them for like $25 a piece or something. The problem is I don't have any space for them at this time, and I'd have to go and like get a truck and do all that. But that's not a bad idea. I'm actually trying to get a probably about a 10,000 gallon. I don't know how big it'll be. It'll be over 1,000 gallon water container that I'm going to keep in the greenhouse to keep it warm, and then I'm going to use my water out of there, and we're going to build our water in that and run it through all of our systems there. Is the new greenhouse more economical? Will you be using concrete vats you're thinking of? Carla, what's up, sister? The answer is no. I will not be using the concrete vats. I've actually, at this time, the answer is no, because I've got a good situation going and kind of a good design with rubber, and it would be more flexible. So not at this time. It says the volume is low. I don't even have to turn it up, baby. I'm loud as I can be. All right. What else we got here? Sending some love from South Africa. What's up, man? How do I increase moss production to the maximum? Any moss, easy. Grow it up out of the water. Grow it right at the water level surface. I have a low tank and want to convert to high tech. Which is more important? CO2, highlight or CO2? The answer is both, man, because you can't have one without the other. Like if you go too much light, your algae will grow if you have enough CO2. And you want CO2. So I would actually, what I would do is I would throttle the CO2 with your low light to start to learn, and then, but you want to watch that obviously if your lights are off, you'll gas your fish. But yeah, I would just slowly do it. Where's the LRB? Oh yeah, where's Lucas Brett's here? He's got a sick video. He texted me last night. I need to watch that. Wrong thumbnail. Oh, Andrew, we're.
It was like a preset.
All right. Love it. How can viewers help you get the new greenhouse? I'm not gonna raise money. It's not my style. I'm not gonna do it. You can buy from DustinsFishTanks.com. That's how you can help me. Even if you don't want to, or the bigger thing that I would really like for people to do is if they could come and like physically help put it together. That would be awesome. Like moving me out of my current greenhouse into my big greenhouse is going to be like a total nightmare. So anyone that like physically wants to come and help would be super appreciated. Like I'll take your time. I don't really want your money unless you're giving me something in exchange for it. If that makes sense. So I'm not going to do a GoFundMe or anything like that. What's up? What else we got? Room inside the greenhouse for small pond, nice spot at waterfall. I'm not really. It's it's got to be the workspace, right? I mean, that would be cool, but at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of space taken up with that. Obviously, I would like to have an indoor koi pond. You guys know I'm obsessed with koi, but really, like, the whole will the greenhouse have better internet? Yes. I need to just bring a Cat 5 cable and plug it in here. Sorry. Yeah, you don't have to watch. You can just not watch. I won't be offended. But sorry for the lagging. So, yeah, no GoFundMe. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just not my thing, I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm not gonna like promote the hell out of sales. Like I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna be the most in your face buy some plants from me ever, because I've got a clear vision, my little vision board right here. But I'm not going to just say give me money. That's not my style. And I've talked to Joey about that too. I don't think people are like, oh, Justin's no, like, it's just different, man. And good for him. And by the way, just a quick rant on Joey. That dude deserves every penny that he got. And frankly, people were like ragging on him. That dude was doing do-it-yourself builds, building 300-gallon aquariums like every week. He was doing a new entire huge build and editing it, building it, editing it. I mean, that dude had like hundreds of hours in all those videos that got him to where he is. So if he's happy today in his gallery, good for him. Just a quick rant on that. Steve Nessison, good question, my man. How you doing, man? Go Giants. 36 by 72 is what we have quoted. I may only be able to afford a 36 by 60. It's about a $5,000 difference from what I've been seeing. but that includes atrium style roof. But that's by the way, that's big though. Nah, what is the? Thank you, Mr. B. What's up, man? You thought about traveling to get exotic plants as a moneymaker? No, I'm good on that. I'm burnt out on traveling, man. Seattle beat me up. Denver beat me up. I don't even want to talk about traveling. But let's see here. I found that most plants. Here's to your new greenhouse. Thank you, Drew. I'm not gonna say no to super chats. LBJ Aquatics. Most plants can handle very low pH. Anubias, crypts, and boosts. You can't attach some stuff lightly. I don't know what that means. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. Have you ever seen sunken greenhouses that people build to keep temp stable? They're buried. Yeah, I have seen that. That's a good question. Just ask if you've seen those sunken greenhouses. So there's something called thermal mass, and that will pull you. You want to be under. I haven't done that, but I'm going to give you all a thing. There's actually a company called Dennerla. I'm sure you've heard of them. I used to sell their tissue culture plants, and probably still will again. Their greenhouse over in Germany has a giant water table underneath it, which is really, really wicked. And Josh and I were discussing the design of that last night. Thanks again for the super chats. Will you have enough room eventually to set up a smaller greenhouse or building display unit? You could have average dough display tanks. Yeah. Carla's got a good question here. So the goal is this. The goal is to have this phase right here. So what I want to do is, so I don't know how you're going to see this, but I'm going to try to show it to you. So the goal is to have phase 1. Let me get this pulled up here. The goal is to have phase 1 right here, and this will have a building in it, and then this will be built. This will be like half greenhouse, half building over here. Building will be over here. Finger can't find it. There will be the building. That's what I envision, and this will be green, and this will all be production. But that's phase 2, and then I'm actually probably going to put the parking lots all along the front there. But phase 1 will just be this front smaller block at first. You down with that? Cool. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Sorry we need to beat you up, Seattle. Nah, I had a great time, Seattle. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? The secret history living in your aquarium. What's going on? Yeah, make sure you check out his channel. Thanks for taking me around, brother. How long is the lot? 150. No, excuse me. The lot is it's like 200 at the back, 150 front to back, 0.6 acres. Cool. What are the most exciting things growing in your greenhouse? Any boosts or the red plants going there? I have been hoarding boosts, hoarding it, like just cultivating it. I've perfected the art of growing it in one of my tanks, and I'm hoarding boosts. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be the boost central, but I'm just gonna grow it all. I'm gonna be hoarding it all. Yep. Low light plants can I buy from you? Bought a beginner plant. I want some more. Robin, wait till mañana. Check your emails. Go to dustinsfishtanks.com. Don't go anywhere. Stay on this video. YouTube will punish me if you leave it. I'm excited for you. It will work out. Yeah, it's kind of anticlimactic how it's been like just easy going. It's like it's working out good. You know, somebody's asking about the well. I do not want to get a well. I've got city water. City water is great. I'm next to a water tower, so whatever. Water's cheap. All right. Let's see here. Free plant winner. Oh my God, begging. That's the worst. Are you growing submerged or emerged in the new space? Bill, good question here. Thank you, Steve, for your super chat, man. I will be growing. So it depends on the plant. We've gotten it down growing underwater, but so I did the video the other day that where I was showing the conversion between growing above water and below water. And what I've found is that I can grow the big nurseries, Dennerla, Florida Aquatic Nurseries, Tropica. I've been stalking all of them. And they grow everything above water, but then they convert it under. But what I'm thinking about is like if I want to have like a production space, I would be growing above water. And then if I wanted to have the sale, so if I wanted to sell the stuff, I'd have to sink it. So I'd probably have ultimately 2 sections, like grown above water and then grown below, and I'd be sinking stuff. So I'd have like 2 phases. But that could be problematic and kind of costly as far as labor or whatever. So we'll see. Sediment filter, pre-filter going to the greenhouse, sure. What are the best easy plans for a random goldfish? Anubias all day long. Anubias. Tie it on, get it, do it, run it. How do you recommend converting them? What you want to do with converting plants, depending upon the species, is just get them underwater and be patient. Get them a lot of light because they're going to go from a higher light, easier light to transpose because they're above the water. This is the water line. They're growing above the water line, and you sink them under the water line. You want to make sure they have a lot of light coming down. That's the key. Let's see here. Yeah. Anybody learning anything on this random Q&A? Andrew and I have some crazy videos coming out this weekend, by the way. We got some stuff from Seattle. We got some stuff from Denver. We got it going on. I think your show videos are cool. It's just disappointing when we break TV down crying because you didn't get the greenhouse approved, dude. What's up with that? Hey, you know what? That's how I feel, man. So I'm cool with it. Like, I still get upset thinking about that. You want to see me crying? Cool. I mean, whatever. Like, you don't want to watch it? Everybody, you know what's hilarious about that? The society is so sick that video got so many more views because people like watching me be in misery. Yet the video afterwards has half the amount of views because we live in a gross society where people actually want to see people in pain. Isn't that disgusting? That's why I'm posting positive material on my YouTube community tab from always. And you know what? People also like to see the struggle. So sorry if I disappointed you there. Let's see, Dusty, yo, what's up? What's going to be the most challenging part of the newer, bigger greenhouse? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, Drew. I think the hardest part is going to be waiting to get it done and me putting up with the patience of getting it constructed. I think that's going to be the hardest part. The money is going to suck because I'm just going to be bleeding money. But then from like a technical standpoint, one of the hardest things I think I'm going to deal with is the first summer where it's like learning how to manage the sun is going to be tough because I've never managed the sun with a full, we're talking 36 times. I mean, it's like, how many square feet? 30, I'm not going to do the math. It's going to be close to 3,000 square feet or 2,800 square feet, something like that. So managing a space that's 2,800 square feet with full sun, with like a lot more tanks, is going to be the most fun. It's also going to be the most challenging. So that's going to be my biggest challenge, and quite frankly, one of the most things I'm most excited about because it's like you harness the sun, you get it going on, it's on. So and I do have to give shout outs to Alexander. He's on here. He's the Secret History of Aquarium, or what is I forget his channel. It's kind of long. Alexander's the guy who took me all around Seattle. It was like mad cool. So I got to give him some props here, but I don't want to screw up his channel name. The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. So he and I are both history majors. He took me all around Seattle, so I do want to give him a shout out, and I'll link his channel up in the comments. He does very cool. So look forward to planning a new greenhouse, getting it out of the way. Get a remote water changer. You like that? Isn't that crazy? How does your wife feel about the new greenhouse? My wife is thrilled if it'll actually happen. Like, she's not thrilled about the way that the whole like garage is destroyed and the yard is destroyed, and like, Josh comes in and takes a dump in the it's just like it's not a friendly environment. So my wife is pumped. She's not gonna see. She doesn't realize how much less time of mine she's gonna have though. 36 by 60. Sorry, Mr. B. 36 by 72. Do that math for me, would you? Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah, what's going on here? Favorite algae eating fish for hair algae? That would be the Siamensis algae eater. Yeah. Don't get confused with the toothpicks. This is just phase 1. So this one won't be here. It'll be just the first one. And then phase 2 will be the second. Yep. What else, folks? Thanks for all the super chats. That's awesome. You got it. Everybody got it. Go in the office door. Then you're going to get an office with a door in the new greenhouse. I am Joe Pa in the house. Yeah. So I am going to get an office door. The problem is that I don't like to work around people at all. Like, I don't want anybody around me when I'm working. So I want to be excluded from people, so I'll probably do like some hardcore stuff at home, and then like I meet Andrew here, like I meet up with him every day around 11. Like we're gonna do whatever I'm doing in the morning, and then we meet up around noon. So That's cool. Good question. What's the most rewarding part of your job? It's getting to be creative and being challenged to do something new all the time. It's also cool to like, consider work is like going out in the greenhouse and doing a water change on just like some crazy plants. And that's the part where it's like it's a work thing that has to get done, but it's also like really rewarding to see, a Stella Stellata in full growth, in full sun, and people are entertained by what I do. It's kind of cool. Um, let's see here. And then I want to get with Joe Pa. He's an old guy. Talks a lot of smack for an old dude, but he's from New York. That's what they do. And he was saying it's going good. It's going real good, dude. We got the conditional use. You missed the beginning of this. I got the conditional use like waived off. Like they don't even need it, so it should be pretty good. Cool. Mic's off. Sorry. Looking forward to the future. Yeah. What plants am I giving away? I want to get the best question. I still haven't got the best question yet, though. What is my biggest challenge? You're in the running right now. I'm sure somebody can come with a better question than that. Who's got another question? Looking forward to the future. Yep. It's 10 plants. I'm picking. You gotta have the best question though. Thank you, Mr. B. How excited are you to have a meet and greet the new greenhouse once it's built? I'm super pumped. Super pumped. I'm super pumped about it. Will I be keeping fish in the new greenhouse? Some, it's funny because so Josh and I have this thing about keeping fish because we do such huge water changes. Sometimes the fish don't like it. But we'll keep fish in probably separate spots. What's my best selling plant? Depends on the week. Jungle Val sells really, really well. Some of my other plants, Estrella stellata is one of my great selling plants right now. The Hygrophila cordata red are great stuff. They've been selling like crazy. Why is Arrows so prized? Because they're really cool looking. New species aquatic plant, sell it to me. Can I sell it to you to sell for me? If you sell, yeah, go ahead, Tabby girl. You find a new species, we'll figure something out. Why is a greenhouse better than a building? The sun, Steve. Come on, you know that. What's the new water system going to be like? Combination of all the great ones from your last video. Drew, coming with the good question. Drew wins. Drew's got the best questions. Drew Overly. Email greenhouse@dustinsfishtanks.com or editor@dustinsfishtanks.com. 2 good questions in a row. You are the winner of 10 free plants, dog. So I'll get you next, Alexander. The water system. So the water system is you want to have as much water available as possible at the temps as possible with the best nutrient concentration as possible. And so that is the goal. And so what I want to do is I want to have a giant reservoir full. I actually talked about this with Dean a lot out in Seattle. And the big thing is that you have to spend the money up front, but you'll reap benefits of it. So like the water acts like a giant heat sink, which is why my greenhouse currently stays so warm, because it's shorter and it's compacted and it keeps all the heat in there. So with that, I can use as much water as possible. So I've got like 2,000 gallons or so in my current greenhouse, and then from there I'm going to roll, God knows, on the next one. But it acts as a heat sink. So with the water change system, I'm going to use a giant reservoir of water pre-done, so I can have everything ready to go. And then I want to have it so I can just flip a button and it will automatically drain and overflow. So what I'd like to do is have like underneath a tank, I'd like to have like a 500-gallon vat, if you will. Like here's the grow system, and then here's the vat underneath. And I want to do I want to be able to walk up to this and just drain everything, and then from underneath there it drains, and I go push a button, and then on a timed water system it will fill that lower reservoir back up. So that's what I'm trying to do. You with that? 18 channels, 36 chambers. What else? What else? Other than YouTube, what other ways you're getting your name out and products to the public and community? Instagram's been fun. I like Instagram probably more than YouTube at this point. because it's just instant. You just push a button and you're live and you're talking, and you can actually have people on with you. So Instagram would probably be my favorite thing. And then, right now, better to drill the bottom of your tanks like Mr. Lang or the backs? It's up to you, Jake. It's a good question. So what do you want? Do you want functionality where you can easily reach it? So like mine are drilled right on the front. So I drill them right on the front, I pull it out, and I just have it all run out, and that's easy. But some people want to have it underneath and hidden and in the back, and that's fine. I would prefer from a water reducing, how do I say this? Getting water out of your tank quickly, a bottom drain would be the best, right? So you could have the drain and the gravity comes down versus like on the side, which you could still put lower. A bottom drain would be the best. Problem is you got that standing pipe in there to keep the water level high. So I would really recommend the, I don't know, I always like putting the hole in the back, like right or left corner, and then having a standing pipe that I can just flip down, and then all the water runs out of there. But drilling in the bottom, I just feel like it's a little too hard to get to if you got a problem, personally. Because you usually got to stand there. Will you be open to the public? At times. At times. I don't want to be open all the time. What do you want to know, Big Tex Tanks? I think people are giving me guff about 112 people, and I don't get to their question. Thank you, Andrew. Let's see here. Is it hard to drill tanks? It's I can't answer that with the smart remark that I would like to someone named Savvy Girl. The answer is no, it's not. It's not hard to drill tanks. You're just nervous about it the first time. There's a joke that I like to make about that because you're female. I'm gonna refrain from saying what I want to say about that. Let's see. Cool. I'm trying. Who do you guys want? Well, first of all, what do you guys want me to do videos about? We got a lot of content in the can, but we're getting close to 100. We're at 80 today. What do you want me to do videos about? Who do you want me to do collabs with? What do you think? I got a 1-inch thick glass. Yeah, do it. Everyone hit the like button. Got it. What size tank will we use in a new greenhouse? It depends on the company that is providing them. I'm going to talk to Custom Aquarium. I got the 350 from them. We're going to get that rolling. I'm going to do some vats. I'm going to do some little tanks, some big tanks. I really want to do, I like the 40 breeders. Whatever. Any plans to use fish waste to feed the plants cheaply? Bill, that's a good question, man. I actually really love yellow perch. So I'd like to do yellow perch where I can periodically harvest them. So that would be fun. The construction videos to greenhouse for sure. Yeah, everybody wants me to, like, you know how hard it is to do something and then film it like while you're doing it, and it takes twice as long. But yeah, we'll be filming some stuff. So I got Andrew right here. What's up? Comment the other day about plants browning. You got it. How to care for specific plants. What plants? Do a search and then put my name at the end of it. You'll probably find the video. Endlers. Okay. Can do that. Sun perch, beautiful freshwater fish. Sun perch are one of my favorites. They're beautiful. Dude, how do I keep? Somebody said I'd love to see a video about how you organization of your wires and plumbing, how you keep it nice and neat. I don't. I can't make that video because I'm not that neat of a person. Video 100 should be a meet and greet. Do more fish store videos. Cool, I got some of those coming up. Videos, U.S. local plants. Pros and cons of using a large scale reuse water. Okay, yellow perch aqua system. Yeah, there you go. Only greenhouse videos. Sexy plants. You guys not watching my videos? All I do is videos on plants, I feel like. Bids on setting up your 350. Been thinking about doing a state-by-state history of plants. I like that, Alexander. That's nice. Video on 350 for sure. That's overdue, by the way. That's like, I should have gotten that out a long time ago. But, hey, things happen, right? Where's Joe Pa? I want to see the old man Joe Pa in here. Grow tubs, fish outside in the greenhouse. Yeah, for sure. LRB again. You two are the best. That's cool. Yeah, I like that guy a lot, man. We have a lot in common. I've actually seen this fisherman. I want to get him down. When I do the greenhouse opening, I want to make sure he's there for sure. What a video about native plants and native tanks. Eric, do a search on native fish, Dustin's fish tanks. I did a video with Mike Doherty. I actually went and collected fish with him in the green swamp. It was really a good time. If Andrew, you want to link that up. There, you got that. Check this link out, folks. Advice on how to introduce CO2 in your tanks, slowly not hurt your fish. 1 bubble per second. Am I scheduled for RFT yet? No, I have not been invited to that. Let's see here. Luke. Yeah, check that video out with the native fish. Introduce CO2 super slowly. Dig a new pond at your greenhouse and film it. Man, y'all are needy. Does the property have a creek? No, it has a giant water tower. Giant water tower. It does have a water runoff. Red-tailed sharks is algae eaters. I don't do it. Just Josh videos. Josh, you guys beat Josh up on my birthday. I let Josh do a live stream with Andrew on my birthday, take a day off. And he got done and he was smoking a cigarette and he looked like he had seen a ghost. So, I don't know if he could handle the live stream again. He does a great job though. And you're ordering large plant orders soon. Have any suggestions? Let me know. Stay tuned to DustinsFishTanks.com. Make sure you're on the notifications of that too. Does everybody hit the notification button to know about this? That's important. Yes, every video needs to have either Josh or Lucas Bretts. Haha. Well, I can promise you, Josh. Josh has been in a ridiculous amount of Instagram recently. I was doing all kinds of stuff with him last night on Instagram. If you guys are following that, make fish tank waterbed. Don't know how I'm gonna do that there. I would like to see some experiment videos. You know, I've actually needed. I owe you guys a good video on the Sabi Ishi. It's like a form of they grow in the plants on the rocks that I learned out in Seattle. So that would be something I would show you. That'd be cool. Yep. Everybody get that notification button. But yep, this is fun. Thank you for letting me take a day to just talk. We're gonna work out a someday. Andrew and I are gonna work out a call-in show, which would be cool. Allow locals to set up veggie stands on property. No. Do a draft day video. Haha. Angels and fish you have. There you go. Yeah, one of my angels actually died. Sucked. Native fish link video is bad. Uh-oh. I wonder why it doesn't let you link stuff up. Why that is. Smash the notification button. Yeah, baby. Would you do aquascaping videos? Aquascaping videos generally don't rank well, but I can do some, sure. It's hard to talk and do it, though. I'd probably do it silent and then edit over it. Yep. You know, fish clubs in Southern California? Yeah, there's a Scape. It's Southern California aquascaping something. I actually did a live aquascaping event with them out west in Orange County, and they're a talented group of aquascapers. Find my man Victor, and there's a guy named John Kim. You want to get those are some real good folks for sure. You want to link up with those people for sure. So yeah, what do we got coming up? We got we got Reaperpalooza this summer in New York. I'm probably gonna go to, even though I'm so sick of traveling I could cry. There is Aquatic Experience also over there. Obviously, we're going to have a little shindig whenever the greenhouse is ready to have you all out. So that will be the biggest thing. Video on eels is not a bad idea. Great shipment of plants. You got it. John, did you leave me a voicemail? Was that you? That's great. We got that out, man. We appreciate your support, too. I don't know, somebody left me a message that was real awesome. So thank you on that. And then go to DustinsFishTanks.com and get on the notifications. So go to my website long after you're here, and then get on there and get the notifications, because I got notifications on some stuff that's coming up. Do I ever come to Ohio? Yes. I love Ohio, man. That's where my family's from. Got my 94-year-old grandpa's sick. I'm going to be up in Ohio. I'll probably saying goodbye to him before he dies. Which that I'm not sad about, because that man lived at 94 and a half years old. 94 and a half. Grandpa Poe, still kicking it. You wonder why I don't drink or smoke. That's why. Keep urging you to swing over to North and South Carolina, pick up some Cape Fear Spatterdock, and then swing up to New Jersey Barren and collect some black-banded sunfish. Ooh, nice. Joe Pa, what do you think, man? I got a new plan. You like that? Pal Joey. Sorry, I call you Joe Pa. Pal Joey. When do I think the greenhouse will be done? I don't even have the property closed. The property closes in the middle of April. So I can't give you any timetable, because that is something I do not control. It should be done by August, which is way further away out than I'd like, but it's all good. So cool. Yeah, folks. Any other wonderful questions? Drew Overly is the winner of 10 free plants. I'll get Josh to send those out. It's going to be tight. And yeah. Oh, by the way, part of the vision of the new greenhouse is to have like an actual scene behind me. But I'm hiding from my children right now, so if I was doing this at home, you wouldn't have any of my time. So I love you all. I'm going to bounce. Tank on it. Ooh, American Libraries in Michigan. I like that. Tank on, everybody. Let's plan it. Let's do it. Be good. Later. Bye bye.